Near the twilight of the dinosaur era, long after the colossal titans of the past had risen and faded into oblivion, our planet conjured something utterly bizarre. Earth had been tinkering with forms, scales, and strategies for survival across more than 160 million years. Dynasties of reptiles had dominated, only to vanish without fanfare. And in this precarious, waning phase of prehistoric history, a time when the world teetered on the brink, an ultimate hunter materialized. It wasn't a harbinger of new beginnings or a pinnacle of evolutionary triumph. It was an aberration, a blueprint that defied logic, a beast that nature seemed to regret unleashing. Shaped not by a harmonious environment, but by a crumbling globe hurtling toward catastrophe, we finally bestow upon it a title: Tyrannosaurus Rex. This tale is brought to you by Inner Cosmos. More on our vital work later. But first, to grasp the essence of T-Rex, we must confront a fundamental puzzle. How do we even confirm these creatures roamed the Earth? No one alive has witnessed one in motion, charging through ancient forests or tearing into prey. Our knowledge springs entirely from rock, fossilized echoes of a lost world. When the initial dinosaur remains surfaced in the early 1800s, they were mere shards, isolated teeth, splintered bones, enigmatic forms devoid of narrative. Pioneering researchers pieced them together as best they could, envisioning beasts akin to bloated crocodiles, slouched, tail-dragging sluggards, lumbering and intellectually vacant. These depictions weren't absurd. They were earnest reflections of scant clues. As the years unfolded, discoveries mounted. Fuller skeletons emerged, footprints traced agile strides. Bone analyses unveiled insights into stance, agility, and even internal heat regulation. Each revelation compelled us to reimagine these beings, not once, but repeatedly. Today, paleontology stands as a treasure trove of data among historical disciplines. We've unearthed over 10,000 dinosaur fossils, cataloging more than 900 unique species, and the tally climbs. From 2003 to 2022, experts unveiled an average of 45 novel dinosaur types annually. This surge isn't due to sudden appearances. It's the Earth reluctantly yielding its buried mysteries, stratum by stratum. With every find, our vision of the prehistoric realm sharpens, unveiling astonishments like the fact that some dinosaurs, including early relatives of T-Rex, bore feathers, not for flight, but for insulation or display, making them resemble gigantic predatory birds more than scaly monsters. To truly fathom T-Rex, we must plunge deeper than its fossils, rewinding to origins predating our familiar maps. Back then, Earth was fused into Pangaea, a monolithic supercontinent devoid of dividing seas, plagued by arid interiors, coastal deluges, and cataclysmic volcanism reshaping the crust from below. The earliest dinosaur traces emerged near the Triassic's close, about 230 million years ago. These weren't behemoths, they were nimble, modest creatures, often eclipsed by rival reptiles dominating the terrain. The Triassic was a scorched, volatile domain, fresh from mass die-offs that vacated niches, spurring frantic evolutionary trials. Dinosaurs were mere underdogs in a perilous arena. Then, circa 201 million years ago, upheaval struck. Colossal eruptions fractured what would become the Atlantic. Climates convulsed, and reigning reptiles dwindled. Dinosaurs, almost serendipitously, ascended as heirs to the throne, ushering in the Jurassic era. The Jurassic landscape turned lusher, moister, and balmier. Expansive woodlands blanketed the lands. Dinosaurs ballooned in stature, diversified in roles, and asserted dominance. Herbivores towered like living skyscrapers, while hunters honed lethal prowess. Thanks to blockbuster films, this epic defines dinosaur for many. But here's a jolt. The Jurassic, while spectacular, wasn't the zenith. That honor belongs to the ensuing Cretaceous, igniting around 145 million years ago. The Cretaceous spanned the dinosaurs' grandest saga, the lengthiest act in their chronicle. Supercontinents splintered, drifting toward modern configurations. Novel shores arose, inland seas inundated vast tracts. The globe warmed, oceans swelled, and biology erupted. Blooming flora revolutionized habitats, insects proliferated in tandem. Plant munchers adapted to fresh banquets, and carnivores shadowed suit. Envision the diversity: fleet-footed, cunning dromaeosaurs, bastioned ankylosaurs, neck-stretching sauropods rivaling blue whales in girth. Shocking fact, some titanosaurs, like Patagotitan, may have weighed up to 70 tons, their hearts pumping blood against gravity in ways that boggle modern physiology, potentially requiring secondary hearts in their necks to sustain brain function. Amid this teeming finale in the Cretaceous twilight, roughly 68 to 66 million years ago, Tyrannosaurus Rex debuted. Its tenure was fleeting in geologic terms, yet ferocious. Contrary to pop culture's blend, T-Rex never coexisted with Jurassic icons like Stegosaurus. They were separated by 80 million years, longer than the span from T-Rex's extinction to our present. Films compress eons into montages, mingling species across abyssal timelines, crafting illusions we can't easily dispel. The dinosaur saga wasn't a singular idol. It was a mosaic of ascents, declines, and metamorphoses over 165 million years, with T-Rex perched at the precipice, not the dawn. T-Rex's domain was confined, not global. Around 66 million years ago, a seaway bisected North America from pole to tropics, isolating the western flank as Larimedia, an insular realm. Here, exclusively T-Rex proud, fossils cluster in the Hell Creek Formation, spanning Montana, the Dakotas, and Wyoming. Digging these badlands unearths not isolated bones, but snapshots of vanished biospheres. Visualize a steamy subtropical delta, meandering rivers slicing verdant thickets, muggy bogs, air thick with moisture. Temperatures averaged 11 to 12 degrees Celsius, warmer than now. Rains poured relentlessly. No prairies yet. Ferns carpeted the soil. Woodlands mingled evergreens with nascent angiosperms like palms, figs, and redwoods. It was verdant, sodden, and bustling. Life swarmed. Triceratops herds dominated, comprising 40% of mega herbivores in some sites, horned juggernauts thundering through foliage. Edmontosaurus flocks, duck-billed behemoths, rumbled in multitudes, vulnerable yet vigilant. Ankylosaurus lumbered, spike-tailed fortresses capable of pulverizing limbs with a swing. Lesser dinosaurs scurried, dome-headed Pachycephalosaurus perhaps headbutting rivals, fleet Thescelosaurus evading shadows. Oviraptorids and kin darted, overlooked in cinema for lacking spectacle. Mammals, diminutive and crepuscular, eked out existences amid detritus. Their ascendancy loomed. Aquatic realms teemed with crocodiliforms, turtles, fish, and estuarine sharks. This Hell Creek menagerie was intricate, balanced, and T-Rex reigned supreme, not as rarity, but staple. Fossils indicate tyrannosaurids formed nearly 25% of large carnivore remains, implying populations in the billions over their span, a staggering horde that could have outnumbered humanity's current tally, roaming in densities that make modern predators seem sparse. Of all T-Rex relics, Sioux eclipses others. Unearthed in 1990 in South Dakota, 90% intact, the pinnacle specimen. She graces Chicago's Field Museum, drawing awe. Yet her frame narrates brutality. Scarred cranium from bites, mended fractures, fused vertebrae from assaults, hints of arthritis or gout. Sioux endured savagery, her scars a ledger of apex strife. Chilling detail. Some T-Rex fossils bear tooth marks from kin, evidencing cannibalism, perhaps scavenging fallen comrades or lethal family feuds. We romanticize T-Rex as solitary sentinel, silhouetted against barren vistas, but reality was immersive, a humid, cacophonous paradise encircled by quarry, rivals, and vitality refined over epochs. This dominion, though, was ephemeral. Flash forward 66 million years, we're eroding habitats not via cosmic strikes, but human folly. Wetlands, vital across Europe and beyond, aren't barren quagmires. They're biodiversity hotspots, harboring unique avians, invertebrates, and flora, sequestering carbon surpassing global forests. Alarmingly, they've absorbed more CO2 than all woodlands combined, acting as planetary stabilizers. Yet we've desiccated over 80% in a century. Today, we strive to counter this destruction. Scientists and communities worldwide are uniting to reclaim lost ground, restoring hydrology, trapping emissions, and welcoming back wildlife to revitalized sanctuaries. It's more than passive observation, it is active co-authorship in our planet's restoration. And witnessing the fragility of our world helps us truly appreciate the power of those who ruled it before us. Now, let's scrutinize the beast itself. T-Rex spanned 12 meters from snout to tail, the length of a city bus, tipping the scales at 6 to 9 tons, with some outliers growing even heftier. But magnitude alone undersells it. It was synergy that defined its lethality. The cranium loomed 1.5 meters, engineered for devastation. Fortified hinges, buttressed bones dissipating strain. Teeth, stout and conical, pierced like railroad spikes, not slicing but pulverizing. Models peg bite force at 35,000 to 57,000 newtons, triple a crocodile's, capable of crumpling vehicles. Fossils show punctures through dense bone. Coprolites harbor osseous shards. T-Rex devoured skeletons wholesale. Dispel myths. That Jurassic Park trope of motion-based sight? Fiction. Brain scans highlight massive olfactory lobes, scent-tracking maestros. Forward-facing eyes granted binocular acuity, sharper than hawks, pinpointing quarry afar. Ears attuned low rumbles, tremors, distant herds. Brain doubled contemporaries, fueling sensory mastery. Not dim brute, but astute stalker. Vocals? No larynx, likely infrasonic booms, felt viscerally before heard. Arms, stubby yet potent. Musculature hoisted 200+ kilograms per limb, claws for grappling and melee. As jaws evolved into crushers, forelimbs miniaturized, unburdened. Skin, ancestral plumage yielded to scaly hide in adults, pebbled armor over fluff. Museum mounts awe but deceive. They're composites. A 1908 Montana find yielded partials, skull, tail, torso, gaps filled imaginatively. Past blunders like Brontosaurus's mismatched head endured decades. Modern tech, CT mirroring, multi-specimen synthesis, yields near-perfect replicas. Yet why reconstruct? Not science, but humanity's narrative itch. We crave tales linking us to antiquity, evoking humility before life's vast arc. Unsettlingly, 61 key T-Rex fossils reside publicly, but 71 privately, commoditized since Sioux's $8.36 million 1997 auction.
Stan fetched $31.8 million in 2020, vanishing briefly. Averages hit $10.8 million, outpacing institutions. Private hoards sequester data, microstructures, isotopes, ailments revealing habits. Juveniles, 20% privatized, obscure growth secrets. Collectors claim salvage from weathering, partly true, but since 1992, only 9 of 80 commercial hauls reached publics, most languish in vaults or decor. You've lingered for the saga, not stats or jargon. Paleontologists' dusty labors birthed this. I merely animate remnants. T-Rex, twilight sovereign of a doomed domain, embodies our finest chronicle. Each sequestered fossil silences a verse in our shared epic. When a kid gapes at a skeleton, bridging eons, wonder ignites, unquantifiable, eternal.